Hey guys, it's the Haunt Dermots here, and it's Mother's Day. I'm here with Sheena and Katie, and you know, it's been a little while since we've done a video. I think the last one was the making the inserts for the hands of the props of the Halloween prop we're making this year. But Katie and I were discussing what our next video could be, and we decided we were going to tell a story. A haunted happening story that we both recall happening in the house we lived in previous to this house. And Katie, do you have an idea?
I do. First of all, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I'm very, very happy to be the mother of this little sweetie here. And she actually styled me today. She picked out my dress and my shoes too.
And the makeup.
And the makeup. Yep, she's my stylist. And I'd love to share a haunted happening with you, and it's actually about my father, not my mother, even though it's Mother's Day. I had a great relationship with my father, who passed away about 10 years ago, and he loved Kevin too, like he was his own son. And me and my dad were very similar, and we both had a little bit of a temper, but he would always try to tell me to take it easy and calm down, and mostly to stop arguing at night, because no good decision would come without a good night's sleep. So there was one time in the beginning of me and Kevin's marriage where we were really, really going at it. We were really, really arguing heavy for a long time. And all of a sudden we heard, which cannot be described better than a disembodied voice in the corner that said, "Knock it off." And we both heard it from this direction. Now, we lived in a corner unit of our condo. So the corner that I was coming from was not next to anybody else. We had no neighbor living upstairs at the time. So it wasn't like it could have been a neighbor telling us to knock it off. And it definitely had like a staticky, sort of echoey, strange feel, like it had been in the room. So we both kind of took a pause and then calmed down. And then a little bit later, I think we both knew that we had heard it, and you know, Kevin says to me, "Are we going to just not talk about the disembodied voice that we heard about an hour ago?" And when we did talk about it, we realized it probably was my dad coming through, in his gruff but kind voice, telling us to knock it off, like he often did in life. And
if he was dead before.
Yeah, before, when he was alive with me and Daddy, he always tried to keep us from having an argument because he was a good guy.
And then he, when you guys married, he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
afterwards, he was actually there at our wedding.
Yeah, he was at our wedding. But one thing about people that pass on, though, as I can say, is that, you know, people. One of the things that led me to my belief in the paranormal is that things really do happen when people pass away that you're close to. My father was the only person that was really close to me that passed away, and there were signs of him in the days and the weeks that passed. His favorite song was playing on the radio that we shared when I was getting ready just to go to his wake, and you know, there was just signs everywhere. So unfortunately, if this does happen to you, you know, just keep your eyes and your heart and your ears open, because you never know where the next sign is. And I do absolutely know that that my father's here with us all the time and watching over this little pumpkin pie. So,
hey guys, I just want to speak to the other part of this, like not looking at this as, you know, just from being a witness to the experience, and not saying, you know, this was, you know, Katie's father and did and that we know this is, you know, what we, you know, speculate. But I could just say we both heard this. We were the only ones in the room, and it's definitely something that had happened, that we both experienced, and we both talked about it. And yes, we do really feel like, you know, this was Katie's father. It is something that he probably would have done in a situation like that. So I just wanted to say that, speaking from my end of it, that, you know, as the other witness to what happened, this is really something that happened. It's something we both had heard, and we both came to the same conclusion. So, all right, guys, wanted to tell you guys that story. It is Mother's Day, so again, happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day,
Happy
mommies.
Mother's Day to all the mothers.
There's actually something holy that I have to tell you guys.
Well, that will be on the next
video. All right, guys, happy haunts.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
on the next video, and